Oh, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, how are you feeling? Oh, today I've got a little bit of sad news, but then I am going to dedicate this beautiful show today to a young gentleman that had an accident last night, and his sunset was yesterday. I'm going to dedicate this beautiful show today. We've got amazing guests from Canada, we've got from Sweden and Australia and South Africa. I'm your host from South Africa. But first of all, I want to say to beautiful Dennis Postma, you were one of the gentlemen that came and inspired us last year on the Diamond Beauties. The way that you came and inspired us, the way that you wanted to uplift the world was amazing. And when I asked my beautiful Diamond Beauties in December last year, who is the beautiful men, our male celebrities, that you want to bring back this year? Dennis was the second gentleman that you asked to come back. So he came back. He came and talked about us about bravery. So I would love to play his video tonight. Well, tonight here in South Africa, but today, to say, my beautiful Dennis, not only have you inspired me and the Diamond Beauties, but you inspired so many youth, so many children. If you could do what you have done, then they can do anything. So here is the video of beautiful Dennis.
You are not stuck. You are just committed to certain patterns of behavior because they have helped you in the past. The reason you can't move forward is because you keep applying an old formula to a new way of life. You need to change the formula. You can rise from anything. You can completely recreate yourself. Nothing is permanent. You are not stuck.
To all Dennis's family and friends and all the beautiful people from the archery, I'm sending you all my condolences. So this show today it's for Dennis. So I have three beautiful guests, as I mentioned, and one of my beautiful guests is also my sponsor for the show. So I am going to play Gabby's video, and then I will bring my guest in today. So my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready to have an amazing show? And just show Dennis we can do anything. If you can dream it, you can do it. So here is my beautiful Gabby's video.
Hi everyone, this is Gabby, the Trauma-Informed Personal Trainer. You can find me at thetraumainformedpt.com. I create safe space for mindful women where they feel seen and heard through the power of slowing down and embracing the joy of movement. I guide them on a journey of healing and self-love. And this is one of my favorite tools, the foam roller that I use quite often with clients. And if you're interested in working with me or learning more about trauma-informed approach in the fitness space, please visit my website, thetraumainformedpt.com. I love to connect with you.
Hello, my beautiful guests. I am so happy for all of you to be here. So my beautiful Gabby, I also have one of these. What did you say when you saw my pink velvet one?
The best ever I've seen so far. It's, yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Oh, wow. So I just want to say thank you so much, my beautiful Gabby, for sponsoring this show today. I am really thanking you from the bottom of my heart. And I love your elevator pitch. And you are creating a safe space for mindful women. Can you quickly tell us again your elevator pitch? I love it. I love it.
I'm still practicing.
I know.
But let's see. So I create safe space for mindful women through to make them feel seen and heard. And hmm, and
Yes. So that they can experience self love.
yeah, they experience self love, and I guide them through. And it's all going. I don't know. I
It's
have to
okay.
be
It's
honest. I'm
okay.
still working on it. But the point is to make everyone feel seen and heard, and safe space is so important these days because, especially in the fitness industry, we um, so myself included, I used to make clients feel wrong about not having certain capabilities. And I know that trainers have a huge role in people's health. And if we don't step up and we don't give that safe space, we just add more to the trauma pile. And my intention now on for the rest of my life is take some of that trauma away from their pile, because that's so much going on, and compassion and love are so much needed in the fitness space. I truly
I
believe.
love it. I love it. Before I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself, we've got a few diamond beauties here. We've got Anjana here. She said, "Hi, everyone." And then we've got a beautiful lady says, "Hi, lovely people." So, my beautiful ladies in the Diamond Beauty group, remember, because we are a private group, we cannot see your names. So, if you can enter your name in the beginning or at the end, we can see who is giving us love. Because we've got another one, and it says, "Hi, everyone." And then I've got compassion and love is so needed. Wow, Gabby.
Thank you.
And beautiful Dor is here as well. So thank you, my beautiful Dor, for being here. Okay. So, my beautiful Gabby, if I can start with you, can you please introduce yourself and tell us what means personality? What the word personality means for you?
Would you repeat it, please?
So, can you introduce yourself and what does the word personality means to you? To have a personality?
My personality?
Or anyone's personality. What does it mean for you?
Personality. That's a deep question. So hello everyone. I'm the trauma informed personal trainer. This has been a very interesting journey for me, because I experienced I went through my own trauma in the fitness space, and learning that I'm not alone is huge, because I felt for a long time that using fitness as a coping mechanism, numbing my own body, and fitness is the exact opposite. It it should do for us. And when I realized that there's a different way to movement, I felt home, and I realized that I'm not alone, and showing people that they can do differently. They don't have to fit this imaginary box, like what fitness should look like. And there shouldn't be a should. And personality is, like I said earlier, compassion and Yeah, compassion. But would you mind saying more about this personality? Because I'm still not getting a grip on it.
It's okay, my beautiful Gabby. I am going to go over to Susie, but I will come back to you. Okay. Thank you. My beautiful Susie, please can you introduce yourself and tell us what does personality means for you?
Hi, Sanet. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. It's really lovely to be here, all the way from Australia, first thing on a Monday morning. So, hi to wherever you are in the world. So, I am. What do I can tell you what I do, but what I can tell you what I am is I'm an Australian woman who's just got back from traveling in Europe, using my voice to change the world and to uplift people, and I've had the most amazing time doing it. Now I've got your attention. Ha! What does personality mean to me? Well, in regards to that, personality straight away reminds me of all the people that I've met around the world and all the people I've come in touch with and all their different personalities. And personality, makes up personality is who we are, how we're influenced by the world around us, how we're influenced by our upbringing, and our spiritual selves, and how it all kind of melds together with love wrapped around it, and how we react to things at any given time. That's what personality feels like to me. And different personalities in the world affect us in different ways. So I'm a motivational speaker. I'm also a film and television hair and makeup artist. I have been for 40 years. And I'm a presentation skills coach. I help you find your story so that you can present yourself in the best way to the press and to the media, which is what I've been doing, being part of a famous court case. So, yay, lovely to meet you all. Back
Oh,
to
wow.
you.
Amazing. Thank you. We're going to talk a little bit in a while because I love this website of you. Age is just a number, but we're going to talk about it later. Thank you, my beautiful Susie. And thank you for coming to us so early in the morning. I really appreciate you. My beautiful Antonio, when I connected with you, you were very puzzled. Why is this woman out of South Africa want to talk to me and want to dance with me? But I tell you, I had such a beautiful time dancing with you. And I think this is about 5 months, almost 6 months in the making. And I am so happy it's today. So thank you so much for taking a chance and dancing with me and taking a chance being here. Like I said, the first day I met you, you inspired me, and now even more. So please introduce yourself and tell us what personality means for you.
So my name is Anthony Lassinai. I live in Sweden, way up in Scandinavia, where nobody can pronounce my last name. So it's everything from lasagna to last night, depending on who I talk to. I'm not that different from Susie, actually. I also work as a speaker, a keynote speaker, and a communications trainer as well, to my profession. That's my occupational passion, deciphering the mysteries of human communication and motivation. And I work specifically in the workplace. That's my kind of forte. But otherwise, I'm a father of 2 sons. The youngest one just left, moved away. So I have this empty nest syndrome going on right now. Fortunately, I still have a dog and my wife here, so we can, But just looking at the empty rooms, it's kind of a bit, sad. But I'm one happy person otherwise. I like your title, The Positivity Pioneer. It makes me happy as well and more positive just by looking at that title.
Oh, wow.
Personality, it's the manifestation of your values and your experiences and everything like that. So what you communicate, how you behave, how you act towards yourself, towards others. I've heard the beautiful word of compassion coming in, self-compassion as well. How good are you at that, and so on. But it's so the personality is what shines through for me, and then I can get it so wrong sometimes, but I'm trying to get it right if I can. I have this friend, Sanet, who says everyone comes in on a number 3 out of 5. And then they have to prove themselves up and down. And then I have some people I meet who says everyone is an idiot. But I just say, I don't understand this. For me, you come in at a 4 or a 5, and then you have to prove me wrong. But because I would rather have you, believe that you're a good person first, and then, if something happens, fine. But otherwise, it's much more fun to have that attitude. I think, at least.
Wow, I love it. One of my principles is that there is good in all people, and they have to show me that they're not. So my daughter always said, "Ma, I don't understand it. You always say there's good in all people." I said to, "But my beautiful daughter, even when they were born out of goodness, and they're worthy to be here." So I love that, Antony. Thank you so much for that. So my beautiful Gabby, if I can come back to you. One of the things that when I met you the first time, we were introduced by a mutual friend, John, and I love your Forever song. So I want you to tell us your Forever song, and then I would love to just tell them a little bit what we did while we danced with your Forever song. What is your Forever song?
My forever song is Everybody by Backstreet Boys. And that's very, Mila Susie, I love it. It's such a song for millennials because I grew up on them. I grew up on that type of, the boy band type of thing. And it just takes me back to those, careless years. And yeah.
So what we did, I don't know if you remember Susan and Tony, but somewhere they like almost slide in the movie. I tell you, I promise you, me and Gabby were sliding just sliding with. And then we stopped, we laughed because it was so funny. We did it at the same time. It was so amazing. So yeah, I've got Gabby, before I'm coming back to you, I've got a few ladies that I've given us love. Let me just quickly go down. So Adar is showing us kisses, and then Tammy is saying hello to everyone. Tammy is also in Canada. And lasagna, that was and then we've got another lady from, I think she's Vancouver, Vin. So she said, hello, beautiful ladies. So, oh, wow, that's amazing. So my beautiful Gabby, when John have introduced us, I was like praying for a body guru, body movement guru, and here you were on the doorstep, expert. And I was like, oh, Gabby, I prayed for you. Thank you for connecting with me. And, with all the things that's happening now in the group and the magazine, how do you feel just being with us, just being the person that you are, and you're going to move a lot of people through just being who you are?
It's humbling because I know I'm at the right place and time. I wouldn't have had the capacity to take this role on before. And you're leading us so beautifully, so effortlessly. And you're teaching so much by supporting everyone with love and compassion. And it's just so easy to be part of this beautiful group because I want to do it. That's the main thing. I want to be there, and I want to be able to offer the support to others what I'm getting from you.
Thank you, my beautiful Gabby, for that answer. I have lost our question, so that's the reason why I asked a question. It was not part of it. So I have received it back. So I am very thankful. So first of all, I see Antonio have left us. I am sure he will be coming back. So Gabby, if I can then ask your question, let me go back again. It says, what set your trauma-informed approach apart from others?
Yeah.
I like that. Please tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah. So what sets me apart from other fitness coaches is that I put my clients' past experiences and traumas into consideration. And if they had abusive relationship or any kind of abuse, or big T traumas or small T traumas, or maybe not so great experiences with a previous fitness coach. That happens a lot more often than I thought. And I show up with compassion. It's not about pushing through. It's about holding safe space and offering safe movements to my clients. And when I offer them the word, what I like to say is, how about just not pushing through? How about just being present and listening to the body instead of just go go go? Because that's the mentality that we've been taking on with social media and Insta world per se. When clients hear that, they ask, oh, am I allowed to do that? And I say, hell yeah. And people are so deep into this the hamster wheel that they need to do so much. And when I offer them the option of slowing down, beautiful things start to happen. And when safe space is offered, people start to heal. And it's not about quality quantity, it's about quality. And doing I always say to clients that we always do our best based on the knowledge that we have. And we always grow, we always learn.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. I will bring Antoni back, but then I want to say something to you before going to Susie. Antoni, here you are. Are you okay?
Okay, so we are renovating our kitchen and something has happened with the electricity. So I've been having to power up all the stuff 5 times today. I was hoping that it wouldn't happen. It might happen again, but I will be back as soon as I can if it does. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay, my beautiful Antoni. Here in South Africa, we have load shedding. There is not enough power for everyone. So we do get power outages 2 to 3 hours, twice or sometimes 3 times a day. So we know. So at the moment, I have fully electricity, but if I look like I'm going a little bit down, then I'm on Bratty proud. But my husband have made sure that everything is sorted out. But please, we're so happy that you join again. So my beautiful Gabby, we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something together. And like I said to you, I have you provided a safe environment for me just by talking to me, that I have lost 165 pounds. Thank you. But there's a lot of deposits on my knees, on top of my knees. So I am my mobility of my knees is not good. I do dance because I can dance, but if I need to do squat, I cannot do that. And you said to me, Sanet, don't worry. And I said, you make it safe for me to, I will show you my knees. I don't show it to anybody, but I will show it to you. So I cannot wait for us to start. Thank you for being you. You are truly amazing. Thank you. My beautiful Susie, I know you went on this. I was supposed to stay a little bit in England, but then you end up longer. How was that experience for you?
It was, so I went over to England from Australia to be part of the publicity for a documentary that I'm involved in called Rolf Harris Hiding in Plain Sight. And it's on ITVX. So I went over to be part of the publicity for that because I'm actually featured in that. And I also went over to launch my new book, 60 is the New 40, The Ultimate Guide to Defying Age, at the Olympia at the London Expo over there. And before I left, I'm going to share this with you all. Before I left, I manifested stuff because I believe in manifesting. I believe in putting the wish out, putting the prayer out to the Lord. This is what I'm after. This is what I'd really like to receive. And I wanted to receive 4, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 major TV show appearances, right? And I thought, I'm just going to put it out there. I don't know why I had to say 4, but I wanted 4, right? So I go over to the UK, and I'm on Good Morning Britain, which was great, a really fun experience. Like, they sent me a car, and I'm treated really beautifully, and 2 days accommodation, all that sort of stuff, which was awesome. Had a great time on the show. I did a great interview, and then I got to go to Ireland to visit a friend from a community that I was in, an online community, and to go with, like, for 2 days and a night. So I went to Ireland, to Dublin, which was great. And I'm wandering around there, and she said to me, "Why are you going home? You should stay." And I thought, I really should. And I'm a big believer that you really should listen to the whispers that God or the universe sends you, and pay attention to your intuition, right? So I thought, I was recently divorced and finally split up from my ex in December. I live with my son, who's 21, and girlfriend. So a 30-year marriage was behind me. I'm standing in Dublin thinking, I don't have to go anywhere for anybody anymore. I'm like 61 now. If not now, when? I decided to do this. And then all of a sudden, the next day, Rolf Harris, it's announced that he's died, right? And I'm part of this huge court case, because back in 2014, it was a really groundbreaking court case that changed a lot of society in the Western world. He was found guilty as a pedophile and a sex offender, and he was a very famous entertainer around the world, in Australia and the UK especially. He was known in South Africa as well. I mean, he was very famous. So I was part of that court case. So now in this particular, I waived my anonymity in 2019, and I've been speaking about the case ever since, which is to keep the conversation going, to make it safe in the workplace for women, that sexual assault and touching people is wrong, and that we need to change the communication around it, and stop these sort of things happening. So by talking about the case, I've been able to keep this at the forefront, which is great. This is how change happens, isn't it? So I'm going over there. So anyway, he dies, right? So I'm in Dublin, and it's announced that he's died, and I'm inundated with press. I get the four TV shows that I really wanted. I'm seen around the world. I've been seen by over 30 million people now, which is great. So following my gut instinct was, and being in the place that I should have been in, that the universe wanted me to be in, was amazing. And when you're actually riding on that wave of being in the exact place that you're supposed to be in, it's quite exciting, It's really good. It was very life-changing. I felt like when I was in the UK, I recalibrated myself. And I recalibrated my life. People don't tell you that when you come out of a long relationship, mine had been 30 years, that you have to change things about yourself. You have to tweak yourself again to be you and to find you. So I got to spend time with me in England, and I found me again, which was just great, So now I'm planning my next steps. I'm about to be they're rerunning the documentary again, end of October on ITVX, which is great. So I'll have more press and publicity, which is wonderful. Wonderful in that, not for me, but for the message that I get to put out there. I've had many people reach out to me who were sexually assaulted when they were younger. And I've been able to help lots of people. And the only way we really, like with healing and trauma and what you're doing, Gabby, encouraging people to speak and get that out of them and speak their trauma is really important for their healing journey as well. So I've been encouraging people to speak, and even if they're not, like, they don't have to do it on an international scale like me, but they do it one-on-one, and it begins their healing journey. So it's been really important, this journey that I've been on, and I'm really, really grateful and humble that it's all just kind of clicked into gear and happened. And I've had such amazing experiences myself and been able to, help others along the way, which has been great.
Oh, that's amazing, my beautiful Susie. One of the things that I wanted to do when I started a Diamond Beauty group 2.5 years ago is to help ladies to speak up, because that was also one of the things that I didn't speak up. So now, 4.5 years later, I can say my say if I want to say it. But I have also helped quite a lot of ladies to practice, make sure they look beautiful in front of, when we did 84 live Zooms. And now we actually are on episode 44 of the TV shows. Even when they came to the TV show, help them practice, help them have sessions before the time. And then when they're ready, they come to the show. And my beautiful guests, when they, after the show, and you can see their faces, I did it. That is my thank you, Lord, for making me and helping ladies. So my beautiful Antonia, I need to quickly speak because I'm scared we're going to lose you again. I hope you
Me
are following.
too.
Because it's now so funny. You move from here to here. It looks like you changed the screen. Like it's look funny. I don't know why it's happening. So my beautiful Antonia, you are the king. May I say the king of communication?
Oh, I mean, Susie is here. We can't say that. Oh, she's the queen in that case, I guess. So.
Oh, yeah. I love you, Antonia. I love you.
I don't know what to say about that. It's so many. It's just too broad of a subject. Anyone who claims to be that is kind of fooling themselves, because once you open that door, there's 1,000 more doors to just look at. So. And I have friends who are so nerdy when it comes to certain aspects of communication. I have one who only talk about voice. Voice is everything. So when we speak to each other, he says, people say that the eyes are the entrance to the soul. It's wrong. It's the voice, he says. And then he talks about the voice for 45 minutes because that's his passion. And I love it. It's just nerdy, but I love that, when people kind of go into some topic like that. I don't do that. I kind of stay on a higher level, and then I can deep dive into certain areas. So it's I'm not sure I can brag to be the king of communication. That's gonna be too much.
Okay, but in my point of view, is that okay to say that?
That is fine. Yeah, it's your perception, and I will be humbly, saying thank you to that.
Oh wow! So what are you? You inspire also a lot of people all over the world. Tell us, what is your secret juice or your secret weapon to inspire so many people around the world?
I guess I'm trying to use the 3 communicative superpowers that I found after decades of studying this and so on. And those superpowers are empathy, clarity, and energy. And if I can ooze those 3, then I'm in a good place. So empathy is about people understanding that I get them. So we connect with each other somehow. And clarity, of course, is to make them feel that they understand me. So, if I can make you feel smart, you will be happier. Why mess it up? And energy, well, that's mostly the nonverbal communication. How do you sound? How do you look when you convey your message, or when you listen to somebody? Does it look like you're interested or not, for instance? Or so working on those 3 superpowers is what I do all the time. Then you can kind of divide them into smaller pieces, of course, in every aspect. But I'm trying to do that, and I'm trying to have fun doing it as much as I can. I just like to radiate what you talk about, the positivity, and smile with my eyes, not only with my mouth. So make it a happy place.
Wow.
I guess that's what I do, apart from sharing stories, examples, anecdotes, things like that.
You can share a story now, but I just want to give you some love from our beautiful Diamond Beauties. Love their take on what personality means to them. Thank you, my beautiful Tammy. And then I've got agree with the soul speaking through the eyes. And then
there's
another
not going on in the eyes for sure. Yeah.
And another lady says, love the superpowers. Wow, my beautiful Antoni, the ladies love you. So my beautiful Antoni, can you share a story? I would love to put this amazing art glasses in for you as well. You can share a story, please, or 2, please.
Do you want me to share a story? Okay, sorry, because I was out there for a while. What kind of story? I have so many.
Any one of your superpowers that you want to share with us? That you're doing your superpower?
All right, then I would like to talk about empathy in that case, and being interested rather than interesting, and understanding the difference between hearing and listening and so on. So I said in the beginning, I have 2 sons. I have Elliot and Milton. Elliot is the math genius and Milton is the social genius. So when Milton was only 6 years old, I asked him, tell me, what is the difference between being able to hear and being able to listen? And he looked at me and he said, you are the communication expert. You should know. And I said, yes, but I'm interested in what you think. All right, Dad, pay attention, he said. To be able to hear is simply to not be deaf. But to listen, Daddy, that's when you really try to understand what the other person is saying, and not only saying, but what they mean. And I look at him for like 3 silent seconds, and then I say, welcome to the company, my son, because he really got it. So that's one of my favorite stories to share.
Oh, wow. I can really, I love to put on my glasses. I love that. That's amazing. And my beautiful Anthony, I see a lot of, especially the youngsters of today, they lost the ability to communicate. They lost the ability to look at the person they are speaking in the eye. I was actually at the we call it the super spa here in South Africa. And this little man, he was 3 years old. He was bumping next to other people. He didn't take his eye off the phone his mother gave. While he's walking, she's with the trolley, she is pushing the trolley, and then he's just walking. And he doesn't watch. And I thought, wow, 3 years old. And now she even teach him not to have eye contact and look at the beautiful world around us. How incredible. I don't know. I asked the little one, what are you watching? Can you look at me? I think he watched a PJ Powers or something like that. And he said, but he didn't want to look up. I said, look, this auntie has a hat on. He didn't even want to see my hat. He didn't even want to look on. So my beautiful Antonia, I'm sure there's also a generation gap that you can also tell anecdotes and beautiful stories about that in the 3 of your superpowers.
Well, yeah, there is a generational gap, and at least there's a risk. I've seen that, and I also talk about that in the TEDx that I've done. Young kids today who are grown up with screens all over the place. I mean, I was not. I'm born in the late 60s, so I've been actually living the analog world before even getting a mobile phone until I was an adult and all those things. Susie, you know what I mean? We are basically the same. Yeah. And you also. I don't know about you, Gabby. You could perhaps be a bit young. But anyway, there is a risk that what you practice at, you become good at, and of course, there's an obvious upside to it when it comes to digital communication that younger people do it more seamlessly. It's just there. I can still be astonished that we can do this, even though I have 2 power outages already. I'm still pretty happy that we can 4 continents are gathering here, plus all of you guys from Facebook Live and so on. So it's amazing. So that's the upside, but the downside is that they don't really practice as much of the analog communication as we did. So there is a risk. I'm not saying that that it has to be a problem, but I see there's a risk that there is a problem. That while being so much better at digital communication, they might not be as good at when it comes to analog communication. I'm not saying that it's true for everyone, but I can see that as a potential problem at least. We'll see what happens. I don't know yet.
I love
the
it.
verdict is still out.
Thank you. I love it. My beautiful Diamond Beauty say, yes, having fun is a must, say Tammy. And then I have another one that say empathy, being interesting.
Rather than interesting, interested rather than interesting. Yes.
I love it. So my beautiful Gabby, can I come back to you? Let me just quickly go up to your question. Okay, yeah. So you say, what unique value do you offer to the client? And you've already told us that. What do you work with and who you ask for help? And who inspires you? I'm just going to ask you all those questions.
I mostly work with mindful women between 35 and 65. I have a couple of exceptional men as well who find inner work and working on health and movement are a priority. So, but mainly women. And it's just, for me, the main thing is people who care about the inner work and the outer work at the same time. That how to bring mind and body together. While I feel fitness has separated mind from the body, and it's almost like this analogy that I like to use, that Western culture versus Eastern culture. That, Western culture focuses on separating the mind and body and working on fixing. Well, we all understand. I truly believe that, understand that, like, there's nothing to fix. We are whole. And while the Eastern Eastern culture understands that the mind and body cannot be separated. And I want to turn back to Antony's piece, empathy, because that's a huge part of my work as well. And being able to listen to my clients, not just getting my message come across, because it's not about me forcing them into a movement or exercise. It's all about understanding their needs. And if I'm able to hear what they are saying, I'm able to give them what they need, and I can meet them where they are at. And that's so important. And those are the people who I work with, who understand that they want to do this work, inner, outer, as a whole, rather than losing weight, focusing on of course being strong is important, but going back to the foundational work, such as mobility that we talked about, your beautiful foam roller, and making sure that I'm not adding more to the trauma pile, but rather take some away and let the body breathe and the muscles release that tension, which is that's how trauma manifests in the body. It manifests as tension. And if we can let that go mentally, emotionally, physically, then we can have a body that will be able to do so much more. But the foundational work is important.
I loved it. I loved it. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gabby. So, my beautiful Susie, tell us, what is this? Age is just a number. Tell us a little bit about your book and your course as well, please.
Thank you, Sanet. So my book, 60 is the New 40, is all about very similar to what Gabby was just talking about, actually. I talk about all four pillars that we keep balanced as we age: mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. And in my book, look, when we get to midlife, a lot of women, when they go through menopause, they put on weight because they go through this huge hormonal journey. Men go through menopause as well, not the same, but their version of, their hormone testosterone, it changes and leaches, disappears from their body, and they can get muscle weakness like we can. And then that causes a mental and emotional attitude towards yourself. And often I've found, being slightly older now, that people in their 50s can kind of give up. They can give up on eating the right foods. They can give up on exercising, and they can give up on the way they use their mind and their mind mastery. It's really important. So I cover in my book and my course, which is a 30-day challenge, which has an exercise component in it, and daily disciplines that you do just to change things up a bit. Like, I can guarantee you, for instance, if you drink 2 liters of water a day, any fine lines that you have on your face will go because they're signs of dehydration. I'm not a big I'm not really into injectables and stuff like that. When you can fix things and sort things out with diet and exercise. So I encourage people to exercise. I encourage people to exercise their minds. And I really believe that when we get to midlife, we kind of need an upgrade in our communication style. And Anthony will probably agree with me with this. Sometimes, especially if you are actually single and you're looking to move into another relationship, people tend to be operating on the same parameters that they used when they were dating when they were 20s. And it don't work when you're in your 50s, kids. It just does not. And you've got to be, so you have to be, some people need an upgrade. So I talk about communication styles. We're never too late to learn. And if you really appreciate that life is short, you only have one body. If you don't fuel it correctly with the right information that you put into it, the right liquids and foods that you put into it, if you don't exercise it enough, it's going to let you down as you age. So my book is all about encouraging people to not pay attention to the societal definition of aging, that men and women in their 60s and 50s are old, because I'm not old. I fully intend to live to 110, so I'm only halfway there. So I'm, launching a new business now. So why not launch a course and a business and write another book, It's got to be done. And why not launch it overseas?
Oh, wow. Susie, why not? I want to be 120. And my grandson said to me, Xander, Omi, will you have
funny because I'm going to hit, well, actually, no, I think I hit 110 way before you hit 120. I think I'd probably be 130 or something by then. So that'd be really pushing the envelope, wouldn't it?
I said to my grandson, yes, Omi will have teeth. So don't worry, Omi will have teeth. Yes, I want to be 120 and I have 62 years to go, my beautiful Susie. 62 years.
So much time to do stuff, Sanet.
I tell you. So I've got Mandy, so beautiful. She just loved what you said. And then she said, no, it does not. And then she also said, yeah, age is a mindset. Oh, wow. I love it.
Hi, Mandy.
And Mandy, you are as old. You feel, oh, wow. I love it.
You know what, Mandy? I don't want to be squatting in a field at 104. To be quite honest, I don't want that. I want to own the field that others are squatting in whilst I sit in my really nice, comfortable chair, with all the trappings of life that I have brought in with my abundance. That's, and watch from a distance gratefully as others squat. I don't want to push it with squatting 104-year-old knees,
Oh, wow, I love it. And you can see happy. It's what counts, not age. Oh, wow. Thank you, my beautiful Mandy. So, my beautiful Anthony, we are almost out of our hour. Can you believe it? Can you please tell us what is your golden nugget and what inspires you every day?
I mean, I genuinely like to hang around with good people. That is basically it. If I can do that, I'm happy. I remember also when I was 23 years old, I was studying marketing and business economics and things like that. And was this head teacher who had us all in the room, 200 of us students, young adults and so on. And he said to us, there comes a time for most people that they have to decide. Either they cannot stand the uncertainties of the world, which means that they decide that the world is 1 or 0, yes or no, black or white, whatever, it's just very digital. And then they live their life accordingly, because then they can release all that anxiety that they would have otherwise. But then you have the other people who are kind of understanding that there is a whole spectrum of colors. There is so much uncertainty, and which means that there's an opportunity to grow and to learn. And then he looked at us, and I felt like he looked right at me, and he said, "You are those people," he said, "because you go voluntarily to school in your adult age. You chose this. Nobody forced you to come here. You're here to learn." And I just felt that this is part of who I am. This is my identity. So for me, being a learner is probably my own golden nugget. This is what I want to do, because then I can also teach. The more I can learn, the more I can teach. And if I can get some people's eyes sparkling, saying, I've got the golden nugget based on our conversation, or based on your keynote, or based on the training, then I'm just happy. It's a win-win for everyone, especially if I can do that to good people who care about the planet and the people and all other creatures on it. There is no business on a dead planet. So for me, it's about sustainable growth, and growth then is not only money, it's about spirituality, it's about mentally, and all of those things that happens. And I just want to add with one thing that I never talk about in my speeches or keynotes, and that is, the communication superpower number one is for me empathy, but the human superpower is probably compassion. And if you look at the whole universe, there is only one, and that is love. I mean, I talk to CEOs and things like that. I don't want to talk about that because they don't get it. But for you get it. That is the number one power of all. It is.
Wow, I love it. I love it. My vision is to create a brand, to fill the world with love, joy, and happiness. And yes, I also agree. Love can make the world go round. That's my song name. So I cannot play Walking on Sunshine as it's a copyright. So I wrote a lot of things, and beautiful Jennifer Gerard have composed this song for me, and she have also sing this song for me. So I am in a minute going to ask all of you if you would love to have a dance with me. My beautiful ladies from the Diamond Beauties, thank you for giving us love today. Thank you for being here. And then I want to say to all the viewers out there, may you have a beautiful week. May you find your golden nugget, your communication, may you find that you are also a positive pioneer. So if I want to say, will you please have a dance with me? Here we go. Oops, daisy. Sorry, here we go.
Walking on sunshine or dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with fairy dust so I can fly away. Smiling at a moonbeam or squinting in the sun. Sprinkle me with fairy dust and cover me with love. From butterflies to eagles, oh, there's magic in that flight. Sprinkle me with fairy dust, watch me take to the sky. Singing, dancing, soaring high above. Sprinkle me with fairy dust.
Bye, everyone.
And
Bye,